Let's be real. Artificial intelligence isn't science fiction anymore. It's woven into the fabric of our daily lives, from how we manage our health to how we handle our money. But as this technology just rockets forward, a huge question comes up. How do we, as leaders, make sure it's actually being used for good? That's the core challenge that Annette Buehler tackles in her award-winning book, Navigating Ethical Leadership in the Age of AI.
And the urgency here it's huge. Buehler says it perfectly. This is not a distant future scenario, but a present-day reality. The choices we're making about AI right now are going to shape our world for decades.
And look, AI is already doing some absolutely incredible things out there. It's helping doctors make faster diagnoses in healthcare, it's completely reshaping finance with smarter algorithms, and it's pushing us toward a future with self-driving cars. The potential upside is just massive.
But, of course, there's always a flip side, right? This amazing technology is a bit of a double-edged sword. For every incredible benefit, there's a potential risk lurking. And this is the ethical minefield that leaders today have to walk through.
Okay, so first up, privacy. AI systems, they live on data. But when does collecting all that data cross a serious line? We all remember the Cambridge Analytica scandal, right? That's the perfect and honestly pretty chilling example. Personal data from literally millions of people was just scooped up without them knowing, all to build these detailed profiles for political ads. It was this massive wake-up call, showing us just how easily our personal data can be turned into a weapon.
And then you've got this other huge issue, algorithmic bias. See, an AI learns from the data we feed it. So if our data has biases in it, and let's be honest, it often does, the AI just becomes a mirror, reflecting and sometimes even amplifying our own worst flaws. We saw this pop up with Google's Gemini AI, which was creating images that were just historically wrong. And it's not just pictures. We've seen biased AI in hiring tools that unfairly screen out amazing candidates based on skewed data.
So this leads to a really thorny question. When an AI messes up, who's responsible? Think about it. If a self-driving car gets into an accident, who's on the hook? Is it the owner, the car company, the person who wrote the code? This accountability vacuum is a massive roadblock for leaders trying to do the right thing in the AI world.
And this right here, this is the pressure cooker that leaders find themselves in. On one hand, you have this intense pressure to push for innovation with AI, to stay competitive. But on the other hand, you have this profound responsibility to protect people, to ensure fairness, and to uphold ethical standards. It's all about trying to strike that critical balance.
So, what's a leader to do? How can you possibly cut through all this complexity and find a clear path forward?
Well, this is where the book introduces a really brilliant and practical idea, the Ethic Pocketknife.
Now, don't picture an actual pocket knife. The idea is inspired by that classic Swiss Army knife, versatile, reliable, and has a tool for almost any situation. It's a conceptual framework, a toolkit for your mind, designed to give leaders exactly what they need to slice through these tough ethical problems that AI presents.
All right, so what's actually in this toolkit? Let's pop it open and take a look at some of the essential tools for any ethical leader.
The pocket knife has some really clever tools. First up, you've got the transparency tweezers. Their job is to help leaders carefully pick apart the black box of AI so its decisions are actually understandable. Like if an AI denies someone a loan, these tweezers let you see why, to make sure it wasn't some hidden bias. Then there's the accountability awl, which is perfect for punching a clear hole through all that ambiguity and assigning responsibility when something goes wrong. The empathy scissors are so important. They help you cut through a purely data-driven view to actually see the real people affected by an AI's decisions. And finally, the collaboration corkscrew. Its job is to open things up, to start a dialogue and bring everyone to the table, from the engineers to the ethicists to the people who will actually use the technology.
But here's a really critical point the book makes. A tool is only as good as the person using it. This Ethic Pocketknife is most powerful inside a company that already has a strong ethical culture. Just think about how Johnson & Johnson handled the Tylenol crisis or how Starbucks responded to that racial bias incident. They acted quickly and ethically because those values were already baked into their corporate DNA. So this pocket knife, it's a fantastic guide, but it's not a substitute for good old-fashioned moral judgment.
And all of this really brings us to the final, most important takeaway, why it's so crucial to lead with moral clarity, especially in this age of AI.
And what makes this approach so powerful is that it's not just theoretical, it's practical, and it's built on a solid moral foundation. Kirkus Reviews even praised the book for offering a strong, morally grounded approach to grappling with AI. It really all comes down to building that ethical foundation from the very beginning.
So this really leaves us all with one final and pretty critical question to think about. Is your organization's leadership? Are you truly prepared for the ethical future of AI?